Hello, it's me, Queen Nandi, and I'm here with another video for you. Today, this video is going to be in a segment called Destiny Work, which you will see that in the video. And all of these videos are going to be concerning work, career, the work that you do, the work that it is that God has for you to do. So, the first video in this segment is what is a job versus a career. What is a job? What is a career? A few years ago, after I graduated from college and everybody's like, you need to get you a job, do all that, this, third, and this, that, and the third. Talking about, getting you a career, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so can somebody tell me what is the difference between a job and a career? What's the difference? I'm like, what is the difference between a job and a career? Also as someone who has an entrepreneurial spirit within them, my strongest desire is to be self-employed. My strongest desire is to be, making money, creating my own company, my own business, my own, personal economy. So whatever place of employment that I was seeking, I'm looking at them all like a job. I'm just here for, I'm just here because everybody looking at me like you need to have some money. Get a way for you to make money for yourself. And that's all it was to me. But I was able to get into a lot of fields that had the potential to become careers, but I didn't have the right mindset to turn it into a career because that wasn't the career path that I was wanting to go down. So let's get into what is a job. So first thing about a job, well, let's just get straight to the definition of what is a job. So a job is a post of employment, whether it's full or a part-time position. A job is a paid position of regular employment, and it's regular work that a person does to earn money. That is the definition of a job. If you Google what is a job, and I don't know if people have these, but if you do, that's really cool. If you have a physical dictionary and look up the word job, that's what it will tell you. So a job is work that a person does for pay, basically. Okay, so I'm getting all these jobs, and that's really all I'm here for is the pay. Okay, jobs are, when it's just a job to you, that is going to be stagnant energy. Okay, it's stagnant, and it's also potentially regressive. But we'll get a little bit into more into that a little bit later. So jobs are short term. Your mindset. This is the mind. So one thing to note between the difference between a job and a career is not only the position, the type of work that you're doing, but it is mostly about the mindset that you have. Because most companies have some sense of hierarchy. So, pretty much anywhere you work, there is room for you to grow and to move up, but it's up to you. What mindset do you have? But before we get more into careers, let's stick with what is a job first. So like I said, jobs are typically short term. You're working simply for the money. It's just a means to an end. You're only going to this place. You're only doing this work because you need money. You have bills to pay. That's the only reason why I'm here. You typically stay in the same position. When you're working a job, you don't really have a desire to move up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have any commitment to the company. You don't have any commitment to the company at all. The only thing that you are committed to is getting a paycheck. Having the money to pay your rent, pay your car notes, keep your lights on, put food in your refrigerator. That's all it's about. So you're not looking for more responsibility. Definitely not. You're not looking for advancement in the company, 9 times out of 10, you're looking for a new job. Instead of you looking for how you can move up in this particular company, you're looking for a new job to get to, and then another reason why you're not moving up on these jobs is because you're unstable within, because you're constantly moving from job to job to job. So you are experiencing that instability because you're constantly having to start over, and then something happens, you stop, start over, and then something happens, you stop. So you have that instability within you. So you're not even stable enough to be able to, offer progressive energy towards the company. And then you also may feel like there's not anybody at this company that you can even learn anything from. So you're probably you might not have any resonance with the work that you're doing. You can be working a job where it just feels unfulfilling to you. You don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? You're also, you feel like the work is boring. You leave from work unhappy. Okay, Mondays and Sundays are the worst. You don't care about the company's values and vision because you're only there for a paycheck. You do the bare minimum. Like I said, no sense of personal fulfillment. So yeah, you're just here for a paycheck. So the company might feel like like a good example, Chick-fil-A. All the employees always have to say "my pleasure," and they're supposed to be fast. They have to go out there in the rain and take your order and all that. If you're somebody, you're just like, I just need a job right quick for some money. I have no idea what Chick-fil-A's hiring process is, by the way. But you're like, I'm just here for some money. So let's say you, go through the interview. Everything's cool, calm, collective. You know all the right things to say. And then when you out there doing a job, you don't give two fucks about being polite to folks. So, you're not saying all that my play. You in the back smoking cigarettes, you don't give two fucks about that. Because why? You're only here to get a paycheck. You don't care about Chick-fil-A's vision for 10 years from now. Like I said, you're on your break applying to new jobs on your phone. So, I want to transition to what is a career, right? And I have a quote I gotta get. Hold on. Okay. I have a quote. The man, actually I got this from, it's actually kind of another definition from, I think it was Minnesota State, their website, like their career resources section on their website. So, it says having a career means you have education, experience, and jobs in one field or career cluster. Not having a career means that most of your jobs are in completely different areas. It can also mean that you are not advancing in pay or responsibility as you move from job to job. So that is why I said that jobs can be stagnant and regressive, because you are either, staying in the same position, moving, laterally, staying in the same position, which could be very much so close to entry level. But that's not, but your situation. But yeah, so you're moving, you're either moving from, you could be staying in the same industry, but if you, like, let's say you work in a call center and you're just going from one call center job to the next, one call center job to the next, and you're just, on the phones. You're not going up to become a lead. You're not going up to become a supervisor, a manager, or anything like that. You're just sticking to the phones. Okay, so you might be moving from job to job to job. Like, that's that instability. You work over here for a little while, then you come and you work over here. You're having to relearn everything, a new environment, new people, all of that. You don't have any consistency with a particular company. So, you might not, like I said, you might not even enjoy talking to people. This is just what you're doing for making money. And then another example could be, you could be going from working in a call center to then you working in a restaurant to then you working in an auto place, then you working somewhere else, then you come over here, you working in a working in all different type of places. Sometimes it might be around the same pay, sometimes it might be less pay. And then as far as the education, the level of education and training that you are getting on these different jobs is not that deep. They train you well enough to be able to do whatever task they need you to perform. But as far as preparing you to advance and move upwards, they're not investing that into you, because you're not investing into yourself, and you're definitely not investing anything into their company. Now, also, something to be mindful of is be mindful of jobs that have a high turnover rate. Especially jobs that are doing like mass hiring, because that means they have a high turnover rate. They have a lot of positions that they're needing to fill quickly. That is a red flag. Okay. Because a lot of people, that means the majority of people who are there have a job mindset. They're looking at this as just a job. So that means your supervisor is going to be feeling like, this is just a job. I'm just here for a paycheck. And I don't know if you have ever worked under someone who does not give a fuck about the company, about none of that shit. They just here because I need a check. So I'm going to do my job, but that's all it is to me, just a job. That's horrible leadership. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give you good guidance. They're not going to be giving you what you need so that you can, become sharpened and become better and eventually come get their position, because they ain't trying to get out of that position. So they definitely don't want you feeling like you're going to come up in here and be the next supervisor. No. Because they're not wanting to move up past that, because they're looking like, I already got too much responsibility from this goddamn job. And it all stems from not having any type of connection, not feeling that sense of fulfillment, not being aligned with the work that you're supposed to be doing. It's the reason why they plant that into our heads, that you should do work that you love. You don't enjoy the work that you're doing. Number one, you're just working a doggone job, and you're unhappy. You're miserable. You're not happy after work. You want to numb yourself out, and you're not happy about having to get up and go to work in the morning. That's no way to live. So, a career, like I said, careers have the energy of growth and progression. So, definition of a career is an occupation or profession, especially one requiring special training, followed as one's life work. Next definition. An occupation is just another word for job. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. And the last definition I have is a field for or pursuit of consecutive progressive achievement, especially in public, professional, or business life. So a career is work that you do basically for your whole life, your life's work, like I was saying, or work that you do for an extensive period of time. So not 1 or 2 years, we're talking 10, 15, 20 years, extensive period of time. So, you could have multiple careers in your lifetime. And it also has room for growth. So in a career field, you're not just staying in the same position. You come in, like I said, example, call center. You come in as, you know, a representative. You're on the phones, and then you move up to where you perhaps go to become a lead, right? And then maybe you go into the training department, and then maybe you're in the training department for a few years, and then now maybe you become a supervisor, maybe you're a training supervisor, and then maybe you go back and become a manager, you know, and then you move up some more, and then maybe now you're the district manager, you know, and you're just moving up, gaining more responsibility, obviously, but also gaining more pay, more experience, and all of that. So, a career is long term. Like I said, a career gives you the ability to advance, to move forward. There's upward movement. There's longevity and stability. Okay, if you are not, you gotta be get stable on the inside. So, a job, there's no stability. You know, you can up and leave at any given time, and they can let you go at any given time. You know what I'm saying? There's no commitment really on either end. Whereas when you are in your career, you've kind of made yourself a valuable piece of the puzzle at that company. Of course, unfortunately, based on the way our society is, a lot of these companies do look at their employees as being very expendable, and their main focus is the bottom line. So that kind of sucks. But there is more sense of stability and, you know, commitment when you have invested a little bit more time into a company, and you've also, you know, been moving up in the company. You hold a lot of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? You are a major player in the piece of this puzzle. You know, if you've been working in a place for the last 25 years and you're working a position that somebody else might, you know, could do it, but you've been doing it and you do it very well, and like someone else would have to be trained in order to operate on the level that you're operating at, and they will probably have to get trained by you. You know, it's easier to just allow you to just continue to do that work. Okay. So, well, let's see what else we have to say about a career. Oh, okay, yeah. So, a culture fit. Let's talk about this, a cool little concept that I stumbled upon while I was preparing for this video. A culture fit is when the beliefs and the values of an individual, the employee, align with the beliefs and the values and the vision of the company. So this means that you are working for a place that what they believe in, you believe in that stuff too. What, you know, their values are, what their moral standard is, that is your moral standard for yourself. So you're like, oh, okay, then yeah, I can really vibe with this. And having a culture fit with the company also tends to happen when you have a passion for whatever work it is, you know, whatever vision, goal this company has. And I feel like this is why a career is more aligned with your destiny work, right? Because you need to have a sense of passion. You know, in your career, you're going to feel a sense of excitement. You know, rather than you feeling like you counting the clock, waiting for, you know, oh, the time moving so slow, I can't wait for Friday. Instead of being in that energy, you know, you're not even focusing on the time. You know what I'm saying? The time is just moving. You know, you are really enjoying what you're doing. You don't mind putting in extra work. You know, you don't mind doing more than what it is that you're getting paid to do. You know, you don't mind staying a little bit later than what you know, than what you're obligated to stay. because whatever that the mission, that company's mission is, you line up with it. It already makes sense to you. So you don't have a problem. Like, you see yourself as a, an ambassador for the company, as the face of the company. And you don't have a problem being like, yes, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it on down, get it on together, because I enjoy this work. It's fun for me. I feel a sense of achievement. I feel like I am, making a difference, making an impact. Okay? And Spirit is telling me to say right now, a lot of you guys are working in career fields. You are working the job that you have on the outside looking in. It's a career. You're in your career. This is your career path or whatever. But you have the mindset of it just being a job. You might have the longevity, you might have the stability and all that. You might even still be willing to put in a little bit of extra work, right? But it all boils down to, you're here for a check. You don't have any passion for it, and you're missing that culture fit, that personal alignment with the company and their values and all that. They don't line up with your values. And the reason why, because the career path for you is self-employment. Entrepreneurship is your career path. That is the reason why you're in a career on paper. You know what I'm saying? You have one on paper, but you don't feel fulfilled in it. You're bored with it. It doesn't excite you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't quite fit all the boxes. You still have the mindset of, this is just a job for me, because I'm not doing the type of work that I would really want to do. My life's work, this job, working for this company, is not my life's work. So, hello. This is your confirmation, I guess, that, self-employment, entrepreneurship is the career path for you. You know what I'm saying? Your career path is something that you're going to, and look, it's 22. Boom. That's all we're going to say about that. Yeah, I feel like that's all we got to say about that. So that is the end of the notes that I had in regards to a job versus a career. So I hope that you have a better understanding about the differences between them. And yeah, if you are wanting to, if you're somebody who is, your career path is entrepreneurship, is self-employment, and you want to start working on your business and start creating a revenue and income streams through your own personal gifts and talents, and you want to start doing the work that God put you here to do, honey. And also, especially if you watched me all the way to the end, I appreciate that. I want for you to go ahead and to book a reading with me. Book a session with me. I'm gonna put, I think I can, but I want to put a little discount code for 22% off for, a session. Let's book a session and talk about your business and get you aligned with your destiny. So, the code is going to be career. So, if you watch this video to the end, you can use the code career for 22% off of a reading with me. So, I'm Queen Nandi, High Priestess of Diamond Destinies, where our mission is to align you with your destiny path, giving you the tools, the resources, and the guidance that you need to do that on your own. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.